I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. I've been sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong.
Right, I'm at Jolly's house, which is where all the ushers are, and it's really, really happening. It's wedding day. I am nervous because it's massive. I don't take weddings lightly. I've never been married before, and I never want to get married again. This is going to be my partnership for the rest of my life, and I love Laura, but I just cannot hide the fact that I am almost overwhelmed with emotion this morning. I'm buzzing. I'm not in a negative state at all. I'm absolutely buzzing, but I'm very aware that this is enormous. In about 5 minutes, all the ushers are turning up, and we're going to have a little glass of port and toast each other and give them the usher's duties, and then it's into the church. And then I've got that nerve-wracking period of standing at the front of the church, hoping that my bride arrives. I'm sure she will. I've not seen the dress. I'm sure she'll look amazing. I'm on a high. I am properly on a high right now.
I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweet.
I can't wait to see him at the end of the aisle, and I know it's going to go wonderfully, and I just hope I can keep the makeup on and I don't cry it off. But there are most certainly tears of happiness, because I don't think I've ever been any happier in my life. And I'm pretty sure it's down to his influence. I don't want to say it's down to him, because we are independent people and we are differentiated, but I do think his influence in my life has made me the happiest woman that I could ever have dreamed I could be. So I love you, my husband, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Oh, let's go find you in the church.
Welcome to St Michael and all the angels on this wonderful afternoon as we come and celebrate with Laura and Ed as they marry each other.
I, Ed, take you, Laura, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. According to God's holy law, in the presence of God, I make this vow.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. According to God's holy law, in the presence of God, I make this vow.
And there in the wood a piggy wig stood, with a ring in the end of his nose, with a ring in the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the piggy, I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill.
Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but do not drink from one cup. And give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow.
I'd like to welcome you all to Harrowton, to the wedding of my daughter Laura, to Ed. More on that later, but thank you all for coming.
I have a memory that's crystal clear of when Dad came into our room when we were children, telling us we had a new baby sister. And here she is today, having matured into such a unique, strong and determined young woman. Sometimes I forget I'm meant to be the older, wiser one. So Laura, I couldn't possibly love you any more than I do. You're such an inspiration and you mean the absolute world to me. Ed, you better look after her. Not that she needs it, Miss Independent. Oh, totally. Sorry, Mrs. Independent. Oh. Okay, so please would you all join me in raising a glass to wishing our favourite couple a long, happy and successful life together.
Our first meeting, obviously, because this was business, our first meeting was in the pub in Battersea, and we met at 1 p.m. and by 11 p.m. we were still there, and literally Laura her head was resting on my arms and I was just kissing the back of her head, and it was extraordinary how extraordinarily close we became from the very, very first go. One morning, after us having shared this sort of coffee little routine for the last few days, I had to leave early, so I left Laura instructions on how to make bulletproof coffee, and she woke up in the morning, read the instructions, put it all in the blender, and the blender exploded all over her and all over her face and everything like that. But she was obviously quite touched by the fact that I'd made this little note, and so she wrote me another little note back, and at the bottom of her little note she said, you make me feel like the luckiest woman on the planet. But she missed out the E of planet, so she wrote, you make me feel like the luckiest woman on the plant. If you hadn't noticed, Laura's a little bit crazy. But it is the craziness that I love about her, and I think it's really brave in this day when everyone's copying each other to actually stand out alone, not be constrained, I suppose, by social norms, by people's expectations, and actually just do what you want. And Laura 100% does what she wants. She's beautiful, she's determined, she's funny in the most ridiculous way, she has a massive heart, and I would just like to say that Laura Stafford, you make me feel like the happiest man on the plant.
So,
It's been quite a cool day, hasn't it?
you are my husband.
I am your husband. You're my wife.
Forever.
You are my wife. I love you.
And what I find great is that as we're walking around the garden,
You're not Laura Bingham
staring.
anymore. You're Laura Stafford. I think they kind of understand that we're media lovies.
We could show our children this video in like years to
We
come.
will show our children this video.
When their mommy and daddy get married.
And they'll go,
And we'll be like, you're lucky. You are lucky, children. Because your mommy and daddy still love each other 30 years later.
Talking to a friend some years ago about my own marriage, and possibly something to bear in mind, Ed, albeit a little bit too late. I remember him saying, marriage is an incredible thing. It will teach you loyalty, self-restraint and control. It will develop in you a sense of reason, fair play, and so many other qualities you just simply wouldn't have needed if you had stayed single. However, it's clear that Laura is definitely the one for you.
Ed, you're a very lucky man. You've met your perfect match, another explorer, free spirit, fun-loving person who you deserve to spend the rest of your life with. Love is a very hard thing to find, and when you find it, treasure it. I know this is what Ed is doing with you, Laura, so we want to wish them all the happiness in the future. So please, guys, raise your glasses to the bride and groom. And groom.